Hi everyone, this is Paige Evans, and today I want to share how I made this layout, mixing all of my collections, Fancy Free, Take Me Away, and Oh My Heart. This is one of my favorite techniques. As you can see, I've done it lots of times before, punching half circles. So I'm using all of the 6x6 paper pads from all of my collections. So I've gone ahead and punched a 1-inch circle from all of the pattern papers, and especially those papers that have all the squares of different patterns. I made sure to punch a circle from all of those, so you get a whole bunch of different patterns, and I love how they all look together, all of the different colors, the rainbow. It just makes my heart so happy. So the next step is to gather 3 or 4 circles at a time and trim them in half. I am going to use one half to create this layout and save the other half for a different project. So you get a lot of half circles by doing this. Definitely not trying to make it perfect. I know some of the half circles are turning out to be a little bit bigger than others, and that is okay. So I'm using this pink paper with a striped background, quite a little texture going on, and I am finding the center of the paper with a ruler 6 inches in and 6 inches down, and then using a bowl and a ruler, so you don't really need to find the center, but if you're using a bowl and a ruler, make sure the edge all the way around is the same. So it's about 3¼ inches in this case, but it'll just depend on what size bowl that you use. Lightly tracing it with the pencil, and then I'm going to start making the layers. So I found that it's easiest to do this assembly line style, so I do all of one step first, all of the next step next. So here I'm going to flip all of the half circles over onto the back side. I won't make you watch that. And then I add just a little bit of adhesive to the back of all of these semicircles. I won't make you watch that either, but I'm only adding a little bit of adhesive because I know I want to add stitching, and if there's a ton of adhesive on the back, it gums up my sewing machine. So just a little bit of adhesive, and I also want to be able to flip the semicircles up, create some dimension by folding them up, so that's also why I only use a little bit of adhesive. If you're not going to stitch, if you don't want to bend up the half circles, then for sure use a good amount of adhesive to make sure they stay in place permanently. Otherwise, you'll just have a rainfall of semicircles. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, okay, so I am building my layout background, and I love how colorful it is. Just really pops off of this light pink background. And sometimes at the end, the circles don't fit perfectly, so you just have to nudge them over a little bit to make the spacing even. Now, off camera, I'm going to stitch all around, just a basic straight stitch, and trimming off the excess thread and in between the rows. Sometimes I like to keep the threads long, but in this case, I am trimming off the thread ends. And now I am going to bend up the semicircles to create depth and dimension and shadows. Otherwise, the page just feels very flat and you can't really appreciate all the work that has gone into the background. Alright, so I've printed 3 photos of my daughter Jane, and in the end, I end up with 2. I'm going to use 2 pictures. Just trying to figure out the placement. I think I like it right down there on the bottom right. So then I'm going to create a title and cluster. I'm going to cluster everything around these photos so that it really draws the eye in, and then you can still see most of the background that we've spent some time creating. Placing a chipboard Polaroid frame underneath to create. Why would I do this? Let's think about it. Just to create another layer, because it's all about the layers. The title is going to be Love Your Cool Smile. I think I end up using more words in there, so it could be a super long title. And I know I want my journaling to go there on the left side. Add a little bit of washi tape. I love these puffy stickers, this scalloped border. I could use it on every page. I'm going to tuck it in between the washi and that chipboard frame. This wood veneer scalloped circle is from my Take Me Away collection, or is it from Fancy Free? Oh my goodness, I'm terrible. And then I'm tucking on or sliding on a paper clip from, that is for sure the Take Me Away collection. And then going to journal inside the scalloped wood veneer circle. So then a few days went by and I decided I didn't like this cluster. So I'm taking everything apart, and even some things that are stitched down, I have to use a pair of fine tip scissors and cut away the thread, and then it peels off pretty easily. So, you know, if something just doesn't suit your fancy, feel free to go back and fix it and make it something you love. I am painting over these gold thickers from the Take Me Away collection and painting a few coats of white and then scratching off some of the layers of white so that the gold peekaboos through. So here I'm kind of putting the layout back together, using some of the same elements as before, covering up the journaling with the photos, and just pushing things around until I figure out exactly how I want it this time. I don't know, I just went back and changed my mind, because why not? I decided to take the wild, puffy part of the paperclip off. It just easily slides right off, and put it right there so it's 2 wilds. And I backed the wood veneer scalloped circle with a piece of cardstock, and that is where I will write my journaling again. Adding some mirror stickers. These are flowers and a flower and 2 petals from Take Me Away. Tucking them right under, at least the flower under the photo. And then I want to add a floral die cut underneath the photo. Here's a package of puffy stickers from Fancy Free, and the final piece is adding a floral puffy sticker. I hope you are inspired to try this technique, and thank you for watching. See you again soon.